Okay, so welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I've recorded anything. I've been busy with a few other things. Most of that's all done now, so just get back into it with a quick little video on a ship I've been designing. So this is the Aero A50. It's a 5-person carrier passenger plane, Interplanetary Exploritory plane. 5 seats in the back and a pilot's cockpit at the front. So to begin with, we just went with the basic shape of somewhere between a sword or a cross, and the central body here is about 15 blocks from front to back, 20 blocks front to back and 15 side to side. So we've got the central body and then the nacelles either side, and that obviously progressed to become this. So it's slightly wider, slightly longer, and that just allows me to fit all of the components in there that I want to, as well as giving me space to walk around inside and have space for 5 passengers to sit down. So from the extended design, it became a little bit wider, about the same length, but yeah, the main body became wider, and then obviously the whole ship had to become wider to accommodate that. Just like I say, it allows me to put cargo containers in the back end and hydrogen tanks and all that lovely stuff. So from there, that was the design that I went with, and I basically just fleshed it out. So it is now 3 blocks tall in the center, and then from there I basically fleshed it out a little bit more, added some extra wings, wing designs. There's an extra block top and bottom on this one, as you can see, rounded underneath, nothing underneath that one. And like I say, that was just so that the 3x3 or whatever components, some were 5x5, so they needed extra space just to fit in. And as you can see, I hollowed out the back end, so you can see how much space there is in here. It's pretty decent. So obviously the nacelles are pretty blocked off, but there was enough room in there for for plenty. I will show you after this one, because I think this one's got a little bit more room inside to view. So yeah, you can see there's plenty of room in there. Obviously all the way up the front here you can walk around, as long as you crouch you can get out the back end here. So yeah, that was the finalized design. Obviously the landing gear central was not what I went for in the end, and neither were these front wings. So I'll just show you the final design, and as you can see, it basically took on the same shape. There were a couple of modifications. Again, I changed the front wing design. You can see here that it's just basically a flat disc wing on either side, whereas this was kind of a hook. The back end stayed the same. I added a tail to it, a couple of like stylized vent kind of ridge lines along it, and as you can see, the nacelles now have all their thrusters, so there's 6 in each facing backwards. I've got a couple of back facing lights, the connector so that you can connect everything up. There are 6 facing left and right, and again 12 forwards. Underneath there is 2 hydrogen thrusters at the front, and as you can see, a little mag plate at the front. The 2 landing gears I managed to squeeze in the side here, and they they fit nicely flush with the body. It kind of sits very flush on the back end, because the mag pad under the front end kind of lifts it up a little bit. So yeah, that's the basic external design for you. You can see there's a couple of windows down the side, the solar panels on the top. They were kind of a late addition because I wanted some form of power generation on it. I did change my mind and cut a hole in the side and added a reactor. So talking of the inside, let's have a look. So there's a door here in the side. You need to jump a little bit to get in, but as you can see, I did manage to cram 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seats on the inside, and it's got quite a lot of space really. Like, it's open, there's plenty of room in here to move about. There's basically, as you can see, I lined up my original survival pod, which I've modified a little bit through the gameplay, but the ship here has everything that you could want of that survival pod. So it's got the survival kit, there's a reactor on here, there are hydrogen tanks. So let me just have a quick look for you. So we've got the passenger benches, I'll get to the pistons in a second. It's got the beacon on it, it's got the door, we've got, I don't know, 10, 15 small cargo containers. There's about 10, maybe 15, 13, something like that. Anyway, small hydrogen tanks. There's the small reactor and the survival kit. So it will do everything you need it to. It also should have the 2 H2O2 generators. We were actually started halfway down the list, so for some reason the ore detector is incomplete. I need to finish that one. A couple of lights on there, the 2 H2O generators, then I've got 2 medium cargo containers and a large cargo container hidden sort of behind the survival kit. The landing gears, then I've got tons of the hydrogen thrusters. A large hydrogen tank is also buried in the back end. It's got 4 gyros, the connector, which I've labelled so that you know what you're doing if you were to download this, the solar panels on top, 2 big batteries, antenna, and yeah, then all the groups are all set up so that when you come to fly it, that's nice and easy. Like I said, so in the back end here, so the ship finishes, like the car passenger capacity ends about here, and that's where the survival kit is. Then there's the large cargo container here with 2 medium ones off the side of it, and then the large hydrogen tank fits at the back here. So when you feed in, you can fill that hydrogen tank straight up. The cargo containers are obviously all connected as well. All the that's an ore detector I'm looking for, not the thingy. So yeah, yeah, that's basically the ship. And then, like I say, when you're on the outside, you can do this as well if you really need to. But I'm just going to turn that off quickly and show you these just tucked in nice and neatly in the bodywork, and that just helps you if you need to get underneath and do any work on these bits. And I'm assuming that's where my ore detector is, hidden down below. So you can see underneath there are 5 thrusters pointing down. I could add more. I think it probably does need more down the centre, but then on the nacelles there's another 5 as well, so it's got 15. Did I say 15? Yeah, 15 up thrusters. So realistically, I think it's fine. Again, I have yet to fly it because that is what I will be doing in the next episode. So let's just drop that back down again. Put the feet back on auto lock, and it will automatically lock itself back down again. So like I say, this is just a short episode explaining the Aero A50, talking about how I will be using it in the next episode, the last episode of this series. I did get smashed by some Ravagers, quite a few of them actually, about 5 or 6 whilst I was doing this. So I downloaded a few mods, I've put the build and repair system in, and I've got the shield system online. None of them are built yet because this is kind of the end of this series now. Like I say, this next episode is basically me taking this, and I will be heading towards Moon Approach, and there should be there, Moon Crater Build Site. So that's our trajectory for the next episode, and I'll be using this ship to get there. And basically I'm just going to explain to you what I'm going to do in the next series. It's going to be a moon survival series. You can comment and vote here and now and in the next episode as to whether I take this ship and use this ship to land with, or do I spawn in the moon pod, which actually gets wheels instead already. So it's not bad. I kind of enjoy rolling around on the moon. That's quite a lot of fun actually. So whichever one you choose or decide, I'm not really bothered. There's no major advantage. It has got lots of storage and it has got hydrogen thrusters, so we can fly it around everywhere, but it's only got a survival kit. It's got nothing else. So again, it's up to you. I'll leave that vote completely up to you. Yeah, let me know what you think about the Aero A50 and whether you want me to put it on the first time ever using it. I can't think what it's called. That resource hub, whatever it's called. I'm sure you know what I mean. And whether you want to download it or not. So yeah, just let me know. And like I say, I will be back probably a day or so with the last episode. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like I say, a couple of days till the next episode. Subscribe, like this video, and you will get notifications for the next one. And then we'll be moving on to series 2, which is the moon. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you then. Thank you. Bye.